Okay. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hello. It's me again. Hi. So, remember yesterday, um, my last video yesterday was me preparing these vegetables. Um, so I'm done with them now. The last bit of the work is to preserve them because I wouldn't want to just leave them like this, they will get wasted. So I'm going to preserve them because even if I cook all this, there's no way we'll finish all this in one day, at a go. So I have to find a way to preserve them. So this is called ewedu. Um, also, I think the English name is jute leaves, and in some countries it's called molokia. I got to know about that when I moved to the UK. In some countries it's called molokia, but in my country, Nigeria, we call it ewedu. So it's a very popular leaf in Nigeria, especially among the in the east in the western part of Nigeria. It's very popular in the Yoruba side of Nigeria, and it's very nutritious. I remember growing up, whenever we feel unwell, this is one soup that my parents would prepare in excess for us to drink. So that's how much nutritional it is, how much it's got so many amazing benefits. Moving to the UK, as we've already grown up with eating it, it was very difficult for us to get the leaves in the UK. So whenever we have the opportunity to buy from any of the African shops in the UK, we usually buy in excess because it's always very hard to get. And because it's also seasonal, like we get it in excess sometimes, and in another time we don't have it at all. It's so scarce that we don't have it at all. So whenever we during the time when it's surplus, we try to get as much as we can so that we preserve them against the time that they will be so scarce. So I think this is one of those seasons where we get it easily. So yesterday I picked them from the stem, and this is everything I've got now. The next bit of the work for me is to preserve them in the freezer. So anytime we want to use them, anytime we need to cook them, we just bring them out. So as I said, it's called ewedu molokia according to some culture. So we cook it in different ways as well. We could just blend it in a blender and cook. Normally it draws like okra. For those that are familiar with okra, it draws, and then we add it to our meals, like we add it to stew or any other meal. Also, we also cook it in another way, like we could just blend it, cook it like a soup, add our proteins, add our other pepper like red pepper, tomatoes, like we could just cook it that way as well. So there are many different methods different ways that we can cook it. So people cook their own in different ways, but the popular one is to just blend it and cook it just as it is. So yeah, it's really good. I'm going to be trying one method this evening, and that is blending and cooking with green pepper. We know green pepper is very nutritious and healthy. So I'm going to be blending and cooking it with green pepper and be adding my proteins directly to it. Well, I know that's going to consume a lot of these leaves, but we need the benefit, right? So what I'm going to do next is to wash it and then put them in Ziploc, like the food bag, and then keep them away in the freezer. Before now, I didn't understand how to preserve them, because back in my home country, we don't have any reason to preserve them. We have them almost every time. We have them surplus. But moving to the UK, where we don't have them all the time, I have to find a way to preserve them anytime we get them in excess like this. So initially, what I will do is to blend everything like they are now, blend them, cook them, and then put them in the food bag and put in the freezer. But I have realized over time that when I do that, when I just blend and cook and then put in the freezer, by the time we want to eat them, they don't taste the same. Like they don't draw, like they are not as expected. So I devised another method, and that's the method I'm going to be using today. I won't cook them. I'm just going to wash them and package them as they are. I'm not going to cook them. I'm not going to blend them like the whole method that I'm using. So now I'll start doing that. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're on my channel for the first time, please, I would appreciate if you like my videos and if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So it takes the first bit of the work for me to wash everything, to wash the sand away. So I won't let it stay too long in the water because of its nature of its drawing. So I'm going to be transferring it here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That will mean so much to me. Thank you. So this is the plan. So I've put it inside here now. So just so I can get the remaining water out. And then with this now, I'm now going to put them in the food bag. I don't have my glasses today, so I'm actually struggling to see the number of people watching me right now, but I appreciate every one of you. So I'm going to put them here now. Based on how much we could eat at a time, that's what I'm going to do. How much I could. So this is how much I could blend at a time, and that's because I'm trying to avoid cooking so much and freezing so much in the freezer. So I'm just going to do these bits so that when I eventually blend this and cook it, it will take us like 2 or 3 days before it finishes, you know. So that's why I'm not putting so much in the food bag. I think this is it. This is enough. Okay, I think this one is a bit small, so I'm going to be adding more from the bowl. So this is everything now. Just so you know, you could actually do this for your other green vegetables like your spinach and every other ones that you feel like, okay, I don't want to cook this now, and if it stays too long in the fridge, it could start getting spoiled. You could actually do the same for them. Just wash the leaves and put them in your food bag like this. Anytime you want to cook, well, except you want to eat them raw like some people do, but if you're adding them to your stew or your whatever you want to add them to, you can actually add the frozen ones directly like that. So I prefer the method of me washing and storing myself than buying frozen ones. Now this is really good. This is really good because I'm having so much from this package, and this will take us quite a while before it finishes. And that is it. So I have 6 packs now. I have 6 packs. See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 packs now, which means we're good to go for like the next few weeks. Really good, really good. So I'm just going to wash this bit off, and then I'll come back to the second vegetable. Thank you for hanging around. Okay. So I'm done with that bit. The next one I'm going to be doing is this one, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this as well. Okay, so this particular one is called ugu. Ugu in Nigeria, it's called ugu in Nigeria because I don't know. It's a very popular leaf in the eastern part of Nigeria. That's the Igbo side. It's a very popular leaf. Like, I don't think they will cook anything without this particular leaf. But that culture eventually transcends to our own side, to the western part of Nigeria. So this is ugu. I must admit that it's not really one vegetable that I fancy. That's because of its nature. It's usually a bit hard, so I feel like it takes a while for it to be cooked and get ready compared to spinach, but it's got amazing nutritional benefits. And that's the benefit that I can't close my eyes at. So I just thought, okay, I will do the work and just get what I need from this leaf. So this is ugu. We got it at the same time we got the jute leaves, but the process is going to be different from the jute leaves that I just did. With the jute leaves, it just go into the blender, but with ugu leaves, we don't blend it. We have to slice it. We have to cut it like we do for spinach. And I wouldn't want to put it in the freezer like this because it doesn't make sense for you to see something as big as this in your soup. So the bulk of work for this one is the cutting part of it. Well, maybe because it's not very common in our own side of Nigeria, it might take me some time to actually cut it, and compared to people that were brought up with these leaves, when you see those kind of people cutting these leaves, you will be like, wow, because they are so good and very fast at cutting it. So I could be a bit slow in the cutting, and that's because it's not a very popular leaf in my own side of the country, but we have eventually adopted a culture of incorporating it into our meals as well. So this is ugu leaves. We got so much of it as well, and because I don't want it to get spoiled, I don't want it to get spoiled. At the same time, no matter how many we are in this house, there's no way we'll finish this at a go. So that's why I'm going to find a way to preserve them in our freezer, and that's what I'm going to do now. So before cutting, the ideal thing with vegetables, with green leaves actually, is to wash them before cutting. So the same thing with our pepper, the same thing with our onion. Those are some of the things that I learned over time. You don't slice your vegetables and start washing them. That's like washing some nutrients away. So you wash them thoroughly before you start cutting, because there are some benefits in between those stems as well, and you wouldn't want to wash those things away. So that's why you have to wash them first, slice them before cooking. Please don't forget to like my videos and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to wash these ones now. So this is the ugu leaves that I'm washing. Unfortunately, it's not something that I will just cut straight away. I have to like arrange them before cutting. That's a big work, right? But we have to do it. I don't have anybody to do it for me, so I have to do it. And the sad part, these vegetables, these leaves used to have so much dirty, like sand, and that's because you know how they are grown, like on the ground. So they used to have so much sand in them, so they require like washing and washing, especially this ugu. This is called ugu leaves. So I'm going to wash this for the second time. See, you need to see the sand that is inside. If you can see, did you see those sand? Yeah, that's how much sand it is today. Thank you so much for liking my video. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. So I'm giving it another wash now, because the last thing you want to be eating in green leaf soup is sand. It's sand. You don't want to be eating sand in soup. So the best thing is to wash it as much time as you can. So at this point, I can also start picking them like this. So it's easier like that for me to cut, to slice them. don't know when I'm ever going to be done with this picking, but I'll try as much as I can to pick as much as I could so that it's easier for me to slice that way, you know. Because it's so much here. Thank you to that one person that is sticking by me. Thank you very much. So look at it now. This is like a bunch. Actually, there are so many things that we appreciate back home, because in Nigeria, if you go to buy these leaves in Nigeria, in some places you don't even have to come back home and start stretching yourself with cotton. You get to the market and they'll cut it for you. So bringing it back home means that you just need to come and cook. But the only thing about that is that you're not sure of how much time they spend washing it. But I don't think a lot of people have reported cases of sand in the leaves, so which means they are well washed before cutting. So now I'm going to leave this. This is one bunch that I'm going to slice. I need to clean this pot so that I'll put it inside. There we go. And then I have to do the same. I have to keep doing the same. Yeah, that's the aspect that is not really interesting about this one. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. So here we go. Once I have about 3 bunches, I'll start cutting so that I can have more space, you know. Okay, I need to put this down now. So many is not very much again. Look at what I've got. This is what I've got now. So this is what I'm going to be slicing now. Thank you. So this is my chopping board that I'm going to be using. going to be using to cut the vegetables, the green leaves. Now I've sliced them here. I've arranged them here like this. So the next bit is for me to just cut. As I said before, don't be disappointed that I'm not going to be very fast at the cutting, because we didn't go up eating so much of these leaves. So, and my knife is not helping matters. Okay, that doesn't look convenient for me, so I'm going to put it here so that I can rest my hand. Yeah, that's better. The people from the eastern part of Nigeria, if you need to see the way they cut this thing, like you will even be wondering if they were going to cut their hands because the leaf is very popular in their own side, so they are already used to the eating, the cutting, and the preparations compared to our own side. But it's not bad. What is important is for us to slice it into smaller bits, right? So if I want it to be a bit smaller because of my young kids, I could just do it further. So I think that makes some difference. Okay, now, so I've got these bits now. What I'm going to do with it, just watch me. Now this is my food bag and this is my plan, because I need to preserve them so they come handy whenever I need to cook next time. Now, because I usually don't like to cook this particular leaf alone, I like to combine it with spinach because, as I mentioned initially, it's a very strong leaf, so it takes time for it to get boiled. But I like to add a taste of spinach to my stew, so that's why I'm going to leave the quantity this way. Since whatever I'm cooking with it, I'm going to be adding spinach as well. And this goes here. And that is it. And that's how I'll continue until I exhaust all the things I've got here. Thank you really much for staying behind, for hanging with me. Please appreciate your likes on my videos, and I will appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. It's still a baby channel, but your support would mean so much to me. My knife is not encouraged, I know. I'm not supposed to be cutting it like as if I'm cutting meat. It's supposed to just flow easily. Okay. So this one is okay now. I'm going to pack that away. As it is now, it can stay like ages in the freezer as long as there is no power outage or anything. As long as the electricity is not disrupted, the freezer is working perfectly, it can stay like for ages in the freezer and it will still remain really good. So now look at it. So what I'm going to cook next, that saves me a lot of time in the kitchen because I'm just going to add them to my stew. I'm not one of those that love to batch cook, like cook everything at work and store in the freezer. Even when I do, I don't really enjoy the food. So I'll prefer to make my preparations and store and then come back and cook everything fresh. So even if I'm making tomatoes or things like that, I'd rather blend them and store them away than me cooking them as stew and then bringing them from the freezer and microwaving. I don't really do well with microwaving food. I don't like it. Now I'm cutting. I'm cutting the, what's it called now? I'm taking the shortcut. I'm supposed to arrange this thing like I did for the previous ones, but my legs are hurting. So if I can get the same results this way, why not? So that's why I'm just cutting straight away like this. I'm not arranging them stick by stick like I did before. And I don't think the people in the markets, in Nigeria markets, I don't think they have the luxury of time to be doing that as well. Okay, look at that. Like, isn't that the same result, I think? I'm just trying to make it a bit smaller because I've got little kids who could feel choked if it's too long. Okay, now I think this one too is enough for one. It's enough for one bag. Really good. And the last bit, thank you very much for joining me. Those people that are very good at cutting this thing, they used to do something that I want to try now. Like they can be cutting like this and be looking elsewhere. Let me see if I can try that. I could cut my hand. I can't. Now, just before I pack the last one, just need to wash all the things I use. Okay. Now, so this is the last bit. I'm just going to wash this off. And here we go. All done. Just going to wipe this top. So this is what I eventually come up with. This is what I've done. Isn't this amazing? Really, really amazing. So I got these 4 bags of the ugu leaves and 6 of the jute leaves. So we do. So all these go into the freezer for me to use whenever I need to cook. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging around with me. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate. I do appreciate. This is the growing phase for me, and I can't wait to grow big as well. But I know it requires a lot of work. So part of the work I am putting into it is doing live video at least once every day and see if that will make a lot of changes. And for your attention, I'll soon be back on live to do some painting. Bye bye. See you. You're home. Oh. Okay. Hold on.